So today we're going to be talking about Sun in Cancer and also Sun in the fourth house, or if you have both of them. So with the new moon in Cancer coming up, I figured I'd do a series on each of the moons in Cancer through each of the houses. And of course, we're going to start with the Sun in Cancer in the fourth house. But each of the episodes are going to be released on a weekly basis. But if you'd like early access to the Sun through the houses, check out my Patreon if you enjoy this one, and would like to see what your specific Sun in Cancer means. The link is in the description for that. And of course, if you enjoy this video at any point, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and so on and so forth. But what the Sun is in astrology is it shows our personality, because what the Sun represents is it represents fixed fire. Get out. Get out. Get out. So, what the Sun is in astrology is it rules Leo, which is the sign that is fixed fire. So fixed being a constant state and fire being action or energy. So the Sun is our constant state of acting and our constant state of energy. So what this comes across to others is it comes across as others as our personality. It's just the way that we carry ourselves on a daily basis throughout our life. It's our essence, our vitality. And of course, it's our what we radiate. So what we are appreciated for and the energy that we give to others. So with it being in Cancer, which is the sign of emotions, intuition and answers, family, it's also about investing resources and developing things slowly, building a foundation, a household, and it's about security. So with the Sun being here, what you act based on is your state of acting, and your personality is based on your emotions and how you're feeling. And so the Sun is slightly uncomfortable here because the Sun seeks attention. And in the sign of Cancer, there's a more reserved or timid nature. And also the state of acting and the state of our personality when the Sun is in Cancer, it's constantly changing and it's fluctuating based on how we're feeling. And so this conflicts with the fixed quality of the Sun. And it can make our personality a little bit chaotic or enigmatic. We can be a little bit of a mystery when we are born with Sun in Cancer. So furthermore, these people are highly creative and they can be invested into things that are not necessarily important on a public level and that are not necessarily seen as important to society. They're more focused on their personal endeavors and their personal projects, their home, their family. They can be invested in things like gardening, cooking, art, especially forms of art that involve recording, because Cancer is the sign of memories and it's the sign of information that's stored, photography and stuff like that. So these people can be recording artists. Now, Cancer is the 12th sign from Leo. So, and the Sun rules Leo. So this is important because the Sun is in the 12th house from its sign. And so there's an influence of 12. And the 12th house is about chaos. It's about harmony the oneness of all things, but also about chaos, disorder, things that are considered crazy, or things that are subconscious. And so you have a very subconscious way of acting. A lot of times you don't feel seen when you have the sun in Cancer, because this is the lowest sign on the zodiac wheel. And when the sun is here, it's in the most private part of the chart. So especially at 15 degrees Cancer, like right at the most deep area of the chart. Actually, no, 0 degrees Cancer. I'm sorry. That's the most bottommost part. So the sun doesn't feel seen, but yet the sun is about gaining attention and being seen. So it feels slightly uncomfortable, and it feels like it operates unconscious of other people here. But also there's this creative ability that comes with that 12th house influence. And what can happen with the sun in Cancer is that emotional buildups can happen, and these can lead to outbursts of expression. And this will happen as a result of people not understanding your actions or not understanding your needs. And oftentimes how you find emotional fulfillment is through receiving attention. But you do it in a subconscious way, and in a manipulative sometimes, or like enigmatic way. Like people have to dive into you. You want people to come to you rather than expressing the need for attention outright, and rather than seeking attention directly, you do it in indirect ways. Now, with the sun also being our value to others and how we want to be seen and how we naturally act, part of your ego and part of your value to others is you like to find solutions to problems, and you like to find answers or be a problem solver. And you love when people can come and ask you for help or for your opinion and your intuition about things. A lot of times you don't seek attention, but you appreciate when people seek you. And you appreciate the attention that comes from that, because a lot of times otherwise you don't feel very seen. And finally, the sun is about pleasure, fun, and things that we do with others for entertainment or for enjoyment. So in Cancer, this would indicate somebody that finds pleasure in familial activities. So things with family and bonding experience with people that they're close to, and things that will create memories, things that will create photos for later, and all those kind of Cancerian themes. Also, they can enjoy developing things, personal projects. So like a garden, an art piece, writing a story, writing a book, recording a song, writing poetry, all those kind of creative things. And also things that will be stored and recorded and that can be consumed later. They just enjoy those things. And there's an appreciation for music here, because there is the 12th house influence with the sign of Cancer being the 12th from Leo. An appreciation for harmony, an appreciation for creativity, chaos, and all possibilities, which is what the 12th house is about. And anyways, that is the meaning of the sun in Cancer, or in the 4th house. And if you have both, all this means is that it takes on a more literal meaning. So with both the sun in Cancer and the 4th house, this creates a very private person, and somebody that is heavily invested into personal projects, into family, into the home life. And outside of those things, you don't really shine. Like you don't get seen as much, unless the ruler of the 4th house and the ruler of Cancer, which is the moon, is somewhere public or somewhere that rules interpersonal projects and stuff, and interactions with the public. Then you don't feel like you radiate much outside of the home life, because what will happen is that outside of the home, you're mostly reserved, And outside of people that you're familiar with, you're mostly reserved and subconscious and enigmatic. And people have to come to you and they have to explore you. They have to ask you questions in order to get to know you. So that wraps it up. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, share this video to a Cancer that you know and love. Other than that, I will be posting the meaning through each of the houses on Patreon. So check that out for early access. And also a free natal chart reading or inquiry. So you can ask me anything like what kind of upcoming events are happening this year for you. Any career questions, love questions, synastry, etc. I can answer that. And that is for my Patreon subscribers that sign up. And yeah, so other than that, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in a future video. Peace.